In this video, we are going to create an Excel dashboard project. Guys, Excel is one of the important tools for the role of data analyst or business analyst or any other analytics roles. It's important to showcase our skills to the employers, and projects are the best way to do it. That's why in this video, we will be working on Excel's project where we will be covering different tools in Excel like Power Query Editor. For data modeling, we will be working on Power Pivot, and for creating a dashboard, we will be working with pivot tables and charts. Also, we will be utilizing measures in order to create some aggregated values. So let's start with understanding the dataset first. Today we are going to pick a dataset on Ferns and Petals. Ferns and Petals are the online gifting company where with the app of Ferns and Petals you can order something online for your friends. It can be a gift for anniversary, Diwali occasions, holy occasions, Raksha Bandhan or anything like that. So let's get started. Here I have a GitHub repository where we have Ferns and Petals sales analysis PDF file which contains the questions. So I'll just open this, and this contains a little detail about the problem statement of Ferns and Petals sales analysis. You have been given a dataset of FNP that specializes in sending gifts for various occasions. The dataset contains about details about different tables like the products, like orders, and also the customers and relevant dates as well. Also, your task is to analyze this data and to create a dashboard. For that, we need to work on these following questions over here. For example, the total revenue, or what is the average order and delivery time, monthly sales performance, top products, top occasions by revenue. So such things are mentioned over here on the basis of which we need to create a dashboard. Okay. For the dashboard, we have been given some data sets as well. Here we have customers.csv, orders.csv and products.csv as a data set, which I have downloaded already. And here I have three files, that is customers, orders and products. With the help of these files, we will be building this dashboard. So we'll also inspect this data and have a look at what this dataset is all about and what are the different kinds of columns and categories we have in this data. So as of now, we are aware of the problem statement, and second, we are aware of the datasets that we have over here. If I open the products table, in the products table, we have things like product ID, the name of the product, that what is the name of the product, which category it belongs to, what is its price in Indian rupees, what is this product in occasion for, and there's a description written over here. The description is written in French, I guess. So I'm going to remove this one because we'll not be needing a description as of now. So I'm removing this one and saving this file. And coming back to our orders table. In orders table, we have order ID, customer ID, product ID, quantity, on which date this particular product was ordered, what was the time of order, when it was delivered, what was the time of delivery, that has also been mentioned. The location has been mentioned and the occasion as well, that for which occasion this person has ordered this particular gift for. Okay, for example, here it's somewhere around November when a person has ordered something for Diwali. And over here we can see some other occasions as well, like birthday, anniversary, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is probably in February. So yeah, someone has ordered on 11th and whatever he ordered was delivered on 18th. Okay, so this is the data about the orders table. Okay, I don't want to save any changes here, and I don't want to save any changes here as well. Let's come to our customers table. In the customers table, it contains the basic information about the customers, like this is the name, this is the city, the contact information of that person, the email ID of that person, and the gender, and also the addresses here. So these are the few things that has been mentioned over here based on customers data. I hope for all the three files are now clear to you. Now once the data over here is clear to you, let's understand the procedure of the entire cycle of creating a dashboard over here. Guys, when we are creating any project, we need to focus on few of the steps. The first one over here is extraction of data, that we extract data from the data source. So first step is extraction of data. After this, our second step comes to cleaning of data. The third step over here is transformation. After transformation, this is the step. Basically, what is transformation? I'll also explain these steps. Extract data means whatever your data sources, we are going to extract the data from there. Cleaning means whatever null values you have in your data, or if you have inconsistencies in your data, if you have white spaces in your data, something needs to be split, or something needs to be merged together, we need to work on that by using cleaning methods. Here we have transformation, where on the basis of existing column, we can create some new columns. Fourth step over here is data modeling. In the procedure of data modeling, if we have multiple tables and we want to fetch data from those multiple tables, we use data modeling. After data modeling, we drive our analysis using pivot tables. So we will be performing data analysis. That means our data, after cleaning, transformation, modeling, it is prepared for analysis. So we perform data analysis over here. And after performing data analysis, we create a dashboard, which is our end result over here. Okay. After creating dashboard, you can also create an executive summary to share it with the executives based on the outcomes that you have gained from this particular dashboard as well. So we will also create an executive summary here. So these are the few things that we are going to do in our today's project. So extraction of data, we will be using our Power Query editor to extract data by using the folder function. Again, for cleaning and transformation together, we will be using Power Query Editor in Excel. Power Query Editor is a tool, it's an ETL tool where we can extract data, transform it and load it back to Excel. So Power Query Editor is an ETL tool. ETL stands for extract, which is our extract data. Second is transform. In transform, both cleaning and transformation comes, and then it is loaded back to Excel. Okay. So Power Query Editor is an ETL tool which allows us to extract data, transform it and then load it back to Excel. After loading it back to Excel, we'll be using data modeling. For data modeling, we will be using this tool called as Power Pivot. Power Pivot is an add-in. It is actually a COM add-in which we will have to add in our Excel. So we will be utilizing Power Pivot for the data modeling. For analysis, we will be utilizing our pivot tables and measures. And for dashboarding, we will be utilizing charts. Lastly, to create an executive summary, we will be taking the help of AI, that means ChatGPT, or you can take the help of Gemini or any other AI as well. So these are the few things that we are going to do over here in this project. Now that the structure over here is clear, let's move ahead and get started with our project. So for this, I'll open Excel. In the Excel, let's open a blank workbook. Okay, whenever you're starting with the project, start with a blank workbook. Go to the data tab. In the data tab, you'll get an option for get data. Here we can get data from our files, from database, from Azure, from other sources as well. Here we will be extracting data from a folder because we have 3 files here. Okay, and also if we go for the folder option, in that case, if there is any new file which is added to your folder, that will also get reflected over here, and it is easy for us to map it with the other files as well. So we'll go with from folder here. In the folder section, you can choose that folder link, which is FNP datasets in my case. Let's open it. Okay. Here we have customers table, we have orders table and products table. Let's click on transform. We do not have to combine them together. We do not have to load them. First, we will transform them and then we will load it back again. So let's transform them first. For transforming, let's click on transform and then we have all the 3 files in the format of binary. So you need to right click over here and add this query as a new table, double tap on it and the customers table will be opened for you. Okay. So here we have customers table. Similarly, we have orders table as well. Right click on it and add this as a new query. What happens if you click left over here? In that case, it will open the file right over here and remove the source from us. To go back to the source, you can just remove these steps. And now you can go back over here, right click and add this as a new query. So here we have our orders table. And lastly, we have our products table as well. So add this as a new query, double tap on it and here we have our products table as well. So we have customers table, we have orders table and also we have our products table where products contains the ID, name, category, price and occasion. The customer table contains the details about the customers and lastly we have orders which contains the details about the orders that which person has placed this order, what was the product ID, what is the order ID, what is the quantity that person has bought, on which date the person has ordered it, the time of order, the delivery date, the time of delivery, the location and also the occasion for which the person has ordered the particular gift. Okay. So these are the few things that has been given in our data. If you think that there is nothing to clean, you can move forward with the transformation. Those steps comes together over here. You can first clean your data and transform it. If there is nothing to clean, you can transform it. Okay. So here let's have a look if we have something to clean or transform. For that, you can check out your entire columns profiling as well. Here the column profiling is based on top 1000 rows, and if you want to check out the rest of the rows as well, here there is an option to check column profiling based on the entire dataset. You can also go to view section where you can see if your data has any other kind of errors or they have empty values. Okay, this step over here is available in the versions of 2019, 21 or higher versions. It's not available in 2016. You cannot go to view and choose this section over here. You can go to column distribution as well, which tells you how many distinct and unique values are there. The distinct and unique values over here are 100, which is telling us there is no duplicacy in our data. Okay. Same goes for the name, that there is no duplicate name. Cities can be duplicate obviously because people are from multiple people can be of same city. The contact number is unique, the email is unique, and the gender is 2, and the address over here is 100% unique. If we go to orders, again we can see 1000 distinct and 1000 unique values, which is telling us there is no duplicacy in the data. There is a difference between distinct and unique value that you should know of. That, for example, over here in the order date, we have 286 distinct and 122 unique. What is the difference between distinct and unique? Let's also understand that. Guys, here I have taken an example where we have customers and also the cities they belong to. If someone asks me how many distinct values and how many unique values are there in this data, in that case, in the case of distinct value, we'll say Jaipur, as it is coming twice, we'll only count it once. Delhi will count once, Mumbai will count once, Ajmer will count once, and Kanpur will count once. So that means the distinct value over here are 5. But how many unique values are there? Since Jaipur is coming twice in our data, it is not a unique value. And also Ajmer is coming twice in our data, it is not a unique value. But Delhi, Mumbai and Kanpur, they are the unique values. So unique value over here is 3 and distinct value over here is 5. Okay. Distinct removes the duplicates in your data and then counts the values for you. Unique over here tells it that these are the unique values in our data which are not occurring twice or thrice or any number of times as well. Okay. So this is unique number of cities are 3 and distinct cities are 5 over here, and that is what unique and distinct is telling over here. Okay. So these are the few things that we have over here based on the column distribution. Also, you can check for column profile as well for any particular value. For example, if we go to quantity, a lot of people have ordered 5 quantity. Not a lot of people have ordered 4 quantity. Same you can check for any product ID as well. You can see that basic statistics can be done here itself in Power Query Editor. For example, this product ID 23 has been ordered the most, which we can see from here. Okay. You can check the similar thing for occasions as well, that a lot of people have ordered from FNP, from anniversary, then for Holi, then for birthday, then Raksha Bandhan and other occasions as well. So you can get the basic statistics or the basic analysis here as well just by going to the view section and checking for the data preview based on these particular criterias. Now coming to the point where we can transform our data. Here in the customer ID or name or city, I don't think there is much transformation which is required. In the contact number though, I would like to convert it to an ABC format. Okay, since the contact number are not always in the decimal format, they should be in the ABC format over here. For that, we'll convert them to text. So this is how they would look like, and because they contain plus and such symbols over here, that's why I'm keeping it in the ABC format. In the order section, we have we have order ID, we also have customer ID. Since the customer ID contains the alphabet C, that's why it's in ABC. We have product ID, we have quantity, we also have the order date, time, delivery date and delivery time, location and occasion also given to us. Okay. Now here some transformations can be done. For example, let's say if I want to know the revenue analysis based on different months, in that case I will have to extract the order month here, and whenever you order you pay at that time only. You do not pay on delivery because these are gifting items. We cannot pay on delivery. or even if there is an option that is that is a cruel one to do for someone, that you pay on delivery. Okay, but here we have order date where our revenue is generating on the order time itself. So from the order date, we will be extracting months over here. To extract them, here we can go to transform and go for month section. In the month section, we have, okay, we do not have to go to transform as well. We need to go to add column. Transform will transform your current column, while add column will add a new column based on your existing column. So here in the order date section, we can go to month and go to name of month here. So name of month will be extracted on the right hand side. Okay. Similarly, you can go to audit time as well, and you can also check for at what time people are mostly ordering. Okay. So here you can go for time and go to hour and extract hour in a new column. Also make it that this hour is of order time. Next we have delivery date as well, and also delivery time mentioned here. Okay. So you can do the very same for them as well. Also we can find the delivery difference, the difference of days between delivery and order date. So we can get the average time it is taking for an order to get delivered. Okay. So here we have delivery date and here we have order date. So here if I go to add column, here we have an option for custom column where we can directly mention that we want to find the difference in order and delivery. So that would be delivery date minus the order date. Don't go for time but for the date. Okay. So if I click on OK, these are the number of days it took for the product to get delivered. Some are next day delivery as well. Okay, and some are taking 5 days or 7 days or 6 days as well, based upon users' choices too. So here the duration is coming in the day, hour, minute and seconds format. If you want to convert it to just day format, you need to go to transform over here, convert the duration to days. And now it will be converted to days as it has been extracted in the only format of days over here. You can do the very same thing about the delivery time as well, that we can extract the time of delivery, that means the hour of delivery, in order to understand that at which time people are preferring to get the particular product delivered. Okay. So this is also something that we can extract over here, the hour of delivery. Okay. So for that we can again go to add column, we can go to time and extract hour from here. So let's go for hour. And here we again have the hour but of our delivery time. So this is something that we have extracted. Now you can extract a few more columns. For example, from the order date we can also extract the day name, but for I'm going to say that for Power Pivot, because even they are using the DAX functions, we can extract the day names as well, and I'll show you how you can do that. Okay, so I'm saving that one for there. Let's come to our products table, and here we have product ID, the product name, the category, the price and the occasion. Not much of the things are mentioned over here. In the orders table, what we can do extra is that here the quantity has been mentioned of this particular product ID, that how much product has been bought, but the price has not been mentioned. What if I want to mention price over here? In order to mention price, we need to extract the price from here, because if I want to calculate the revenue, the total revenue, I won't be finding the sum of this price in Indian rupees. We'll be finding the price which should be here corresponding to our product ID. So how do we bring price here? For that, if you have learned SQL or any other topics, you might say that we will be using joins or something. Here for applying joins like things, we can go to our home page, and here we have merge queries. We can go to merge queries. In the merge queries, we can join our second table, which is our products table. Now you can see right now there is no OK option which is coming. Why? Because we haven't chosen a common column. In order to join both the tables together, we need a common column between them. The common column over here will be product ID, and here as well product ID. You can now see that it is selecting all the 1000 rows of our orders table and matching as well. Here there are different types of joins which are given. You can go for left outer, right outer. Since there are no null values, even you put left join or even if you put only the inner join, it will still give you the same output. So you can go for left outer over here, and let's click on OK. So it will open the products table for us. We don't want all the entire products table here. We just want the price from our products table. So we are going to expand it, but just the price, and I do not want the original column name as prefix. So we'll just be keeping it as price Indian rupees and click on OK. Here we'll have the prices of the products that a person has ordered. You can also convert it to currency from here. So now this has been converted to currency. Okay. So as of now, we have order ID, customer ID, product ID, the quantity, order date, order time, date, delivery time, location, occasion, and month name, the hour of order time, also the hour of delivery time, how much time it took for a person to order and how much and deliver, that has been mentioned, and lastly the price has been mentioned. Up next, we have products table as well. We have product ID, the name, the category, the price, and the occasion too. Okay. Now, if you think that this is good to go, this is all set, now you can come to the data modeling part. Then you can just click on close and load. Guys, close and load will give you two options over here. One is close and load, the other one is close and load to. If you click on close and load to, it will ask you two things. Do you want to create the tables here, or do you just want to create only the connection? You can only create the connection if you do not want the tables here. And if you want the tables here in your Excel sheet as well, you can go for tables as well. So choice is up to you. However you want to keep it, you can keep it. And if you want to create a table, you can create a table. And if you want to only create a connection, then too you can get a table later on if it is required. So choice is totally up to you, that if in your project you want to keep these tables or not. You can also hide them as well. So right now let's create a table so that I can show you how you can hide them. Also make sure that you can add this data to the data model, and if you click on OK, it will load these files over here one by one with all the transformations that we have made so far. So here in the customers data, we didn't do much. In the orders table, we created a few extra columns, and then in our products table, we again have few columns over here. Okay, so all these three columns are here with us. Now comes the part where we need to model our data. I'm shifting this sheet 1 to here. Acha, the first one contains the FNP's data sets. I don't think we required this sheet at all. So what you can do, you can go over here and hide the sheet as well if you want to hide, or if you want to delete it, you can delete it too. Like, it is not required at all over here. So if you want to hide, you can hide it, and if you want to delete, you can delete it too. So this is how you can hide something. Okay. So here we have customers, orders, and products table. We have sheet 1. So now we are going to discuss that why data modeling and what is the importance of data modeling here. So let's create a pivot table. Okay. That I'll click on insert, go to pivot table. Since we have created a data model, or even if we have created table range only, let's choose from a table range. If you're choosing from a table range, you can only extract data from one table, but because we want to extract data from multiple tables, as what we want to know is maybe the category, that which category is giving us the highest amount of revenue, or from which category we are getting the maximum number of orders. In that case, the orders data is in orders table and the products data is in the products table. So for this, what we'll be needing to do is we will be adding this pivot table from our data model. Pivot tables, guys, help us create the summary of any of our data. So if I add a pivot table over here, it will give me some sections where you can open customers and you can drop anything over here. For example, based on the gender of the customer, I want to get the price over here. Okay, we have also not multiplied price with quantity, so we need to do that too. As of now, I'm just putting price over here, and as you can see, for both of them, for both the genders, it is showing the same value, which looks like that there is some problem over here. Let's paste this another time, that we still have the price, but this time we will pick something from our products table. That could be the category. How come every category and every gender has 11 lakhs of sales? It's not possible, right? So there is something that is wrong with our data, which is not allowing it to fetch the data from multiple tables. To fix that, we can go to Power Pivot. But now the problem is how to bring this Power Pivot from here. So for that, first I'll have to disable it. To disable it, I'm going to com add-ins and disabling it from here. Okay. So what you basically need to do is you need to first enable developer. To enable developer in your Excel, you need to go to files, you need to go to options, and in here we have an option for customize ribbon where your developer might be disabled on the right hand side. Okay, you need to first enable it. Once you enable it, you will get an option for developer. In the developer, you'll have COM add-ins. Click on this. In the COM add-ins, you'll find Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Click on OK and it will be over here. Okay. Now, if you go to Power Pivot, there's an option for manage. It's here and also it's available in the data tab as well, where you can go to data model too. So let's manage data model. Okay. Once you click on it, you will be redirected to a new screen that will be Power Pivot screen. Okay. Here, if you go to data diagram, you will see the data diagram over here. For example, we have customers, we have orders, and also we have products table, with which we can create a data model. Now, data models are of two types, guys. One is the star schema, the other one is the snowflake schema. The star over here is the one where you have one single fact table and then there are multiple dimensions table attached to it. Now, what is this fact table? The table which contains most of the aggregated values. You can also understand it in that way. For example, right now, if I come to my Excel in the orders table, you have the most of the aggregate values. For example, you can find the total revenue from here, you can find the total sales from here, and if you multiply total quantity from here, and if you multiply quantity by sales, then you can quantity with sales, and you can also get the total revenue for us. Okay. And then other things are also mentioned, for example, product ID and customer ID, which can directly get connected with our products table and our customers table. So in our case scenario, we actually have a star schema where we have our orders table, okay, which is our fact table, and here we have two dimensions. One dimension is our customer table and the other one over here is our products table. But what is a snowflake? Let me also explain you that. Here we have a fact table with which a dimension table is connected. And with these dimensions, there are multiple other dimensions that are also connected. Then this with fact table, another dimension is connected. And to this, another dimension is connected. With fact table, another dimension maybe is connected. So this is how snowflake looks like, where a fact table has some branches and those branches also has branches, forming a structure which is closely look like a snowflake. That's why this one is called as snowflake, where you have single fact table, but with dimensions there are more dimensional table. Here in the star schema, you have a fact table, but with that only some dimension tables are attached, and those dimensions do not have any dimensions. Okay. As of now, the model that we have over here is our star schema. That means star data model, where I know that it does not look like a star because we only have like 3 tables over here, but we'll call it a star schema only. So here, if I go to order ID, and order ID has no connection with any of them, but if we go to customer ID, the customer ID has a connection with customers table, which is of one to many, which is showing that customer table has customer ID unique number of times. That means customer ID is primary key in customers and it's foreign key in our orders table. In products table, we have product ID and we also have product ID in our orders table, which is again creating a relationship of one to many, showing us that products table has product ID, which is a primary key, and that product ID is repeating as number of times in the orders table as well. So this is how we can create a data model, but what will it do with our data? Is there any changes that has happened with our data? That was our first question, right? So if I come back to Excel, where we created our pivot tables, now you will see that there is a difference in the values over here. So now it is fetching the correct value, that the total revenue generated is not 11,56,000, but it will be multiplied with the quantity. But as of now, the price over here is this. Okay. Also, how we can get price or any other columns if we are outside the Power Query editor? Well, you can go back again. There is an option to launch Power Query editor. You can go back again and you can load your changes. One option is that. The another option is you can do it over here in the Power Pivot itself. You can just go to data view and here since in our orders table, we want to create this new column. So I'll go towards the end of it. Let's click on add column. This column's name would be the revenue, and revenue would be nothing but it would be equal to our price multiplied by quantity, which would be this one. If you press enter, it will basically create a new column for you which will be based on revenue. Okay. So whatever the quantity is, it will multiply it with the price and you'll get the output over here. So that is how you can get a revenue. Similarly, like I said, that you can also get the weekday from order date. So to get the week date, you can use some DAX functions over here. In Power Pivot, you can use DAX functions. Okay, DAX is data analysis expressions which we use in Power BI. If you want to deep dive into the world of Power BI or Excel or any of these tools, guys, and if you are a little confused that what are these tools and want to know more about them, or even if you're not confused and still excited about learning these tools, then WsCube Tech is launching its premium data analytics mentorship program, and its cohort is starting soon. So if you want to be a part of it, you can find the link in the description. This cohort will be led by industry mentors, and the master mentor for this cohort will be me. So seats are limited, and if you want to be a part of this journey with WsCube, then apply now. Now moving forward to applying the DEX function over here, we can use format function that equal to, I can just start writing format. In the format, we can give a value. The value will be order date. From that, since we want to extract the name of the day, we'll write D 4 times, and if I press enter, you'll notice we are getting Saturday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday as the name of the days on which the particular order was ordered. You can also check for delivered as well. Okay. So as of now, I'm mentioning day name of our order date. Now coming back to Excel here, instead of putting this as price, we can keep this as revenue because that would make more sense over here. So we'll have revenue by different categories. Okay. And similarly, you can also have revenue by different categories again. So go to orders and drop revenue. Okay. If initially your pivot tables format looks something like this, so the interface if looks like this, you can simply go to settings and you can go to fields and choose this section over here. I think this one is much more suitable for dragging and dropping the value, so that's why I go for this one over here. You can choose different types of areas that you can create. Okay, so these are the tables we have as of now. The one with the orange icons are the one which are added to our data model. If you now want to remove these pivot tables, you can remove them too. We can now work on the questions that we actually have as for this dashboard. Here, if I go to the questions section, here we have been given to calculate the total revenue, identify the overall revenue. To identify the overall revenue, you just need to create a pivot table over here. Okay, I'm just creating a copy of this and just removing the category. The sum of revenue will actually give you the total revenue, which is of 35,20,984. Okay, so this is the total revenue for us. Coming to our second question here, it's asking for average order and delivery time. We want to find the average of order and delivery time. So again, we'll do the very same thing that you can add it here too. Like here we have the difference of order and delivery time. So by default, it will be giving us the sum. We don't want the sum, we want the average of it. So what you can do, you can just click on this field and you can go to value field settings of it. And instead of choosing sum, you can find the average of order difference and delivery. So if I click on OK, this will be the average, that on average it is taking 5.5. That means around 5 or 6 days to deliver the order. Similarly, a next question has been given over here, which is monthly sales performance. Examine how sales fluctuate across the month of 2023. Okay. So we need to analyze sales by monthly basis. So we already have a pivot table over here where we have revenue, but from the orders, we need to just fetch the month now. So here month name has been mentioned. With the month name, we have the revenue. As you can see, the month name have been arranged in the ascending order, as you can see, but it's the ascending order alphabetically. We don't want alphabetically ascending order. We want them to be arranged in the January, February, March, April order. So for that, we can go over here. There are more sorting options. You can click on that, and here you can go for ascending, but not Okay, but by month name only. So if I click on OK, you'll now see here we'll have January, February, March, April and the other months as you can see. So here you can see we have the highest of the revenue in November unexpectedly. Okay, it's because it could be because of Diwali. So Diwali, Raksha Bandhan and also Valentine's Day. Okay, we can see the higher revenues during the occasion times, right? Also in March, it is comparatively high. It could be due to Holi. Based on these different occasions, we can see how the revenue is changing. Overall, it is somewhere around 1,50,000, 1,57,000, 1,35,000 in the other months where there are no such occasions. There are only birthdays and anniversaries of people, but during the occasion times, the sales are peaking over here. Okay, we have the data based on month. We can now move ahead and go for our next question, which is top products by revenue. So we need to identify what are the top products by revenue. For that, we can just create a copy of this once again. So I'll just create a copy of this, and instead of month name, we'll go to the products table and we can fetch the product name. But since we want the top 5 over here, how much do we want? Okay, the top products are mentioned, but they have not mentioned whether they want top 5 or top 10. So let's go for top 5 as of now. We'll go to row labels, we'll go to value filters. In the value filters, there is an option for top 10. Instead of top 10, we are going to keep it top 5 and based on sum of revenue. So if I click on OK, these are the products which have been giving the revenue the most. Okay. I have not heard of any of these, but yeah, these are the products which have been giving the highest revenue for us. Coming to our next thing over here is customer spending analysis. Understand how much customers are spending on an average. That means we need to find the average order value. Okay, so for that, we can just go over here. That means we can choose this one and go to our sum of revenue again. And since we want the average of it, we can go to value field settings and we can go for average as well. So on an average, a person is spending 3,520 on an order value. Okay, so we over here have the average of our revenue as well. So average of customer spending. Moving forward, we also have sales performance by top 5 products. Okay, we already have products. Let's move it with category because categories are also important over here. So instead of products, we'll be going ahead with the categories here. So let's copy this, paste it over here, and instead of products, we will be choosing the category. Okay, so here we have chosen the category and these are the different categories. There's no point of putting top 5 as there are only top 7. There are only 7 categories here. So it's better we keep it like that. A lot of people have spent a good amount on colors on Holi. Okay, it could be due to natural colors that they are priced higher, and then rest of the other things are also mentioned. Another good amount have been spent on soft toys and sweets as well. Moving forward, we have top 10 cities by number of orders. Find out which cities are placing the highest number of orders. Okay, so here we can again create another pivot table. You can create a copy of this or you can anytime go to insert and go to pivot table from data model and click on OK. So I find this procedure a little lengthy, that's why I created copies of it. Okay. So here we have cities. Cities, that would be customer city. Okay, let's drop the city in the columns, not the columns but the rows. Okay. Based on these cities, we want to find the top 10 cities with the highest number of orders. So let's put the order ID in here. We don't want the sum of the order ID. As the order ID was numeric, it is automatically giving sum, but we don't want the sum of order ID. We want the count of order ID from each city here. So in the value field settings, we'll be going ahead with the count and click on OK. Here we have our values. Now we need to go for top 10 here. So let's go to value filters. Let's go for top 10 and based on count of order IDs, here we have our top 10 cities from where we are getting the orders. Okay. I again do not know some of the names of these cities, but okay. Now moving forward, we have order quantity versus delivery time. Analyze if higher order quantities impact delivery times? This is something that we just have to analyze. We do not have to visualize, but we just have to analyze over here. To analyze this, we will be using one statistical term called as correlation to find that with the increasing quantity, is the delivery time also increasing? Okay. So for this, what we can simply do, we can use a function correlation over here, which is in Excel. So you can use correlation. Correlation allows us to check if the variables are dependent on each other, or they are not dependent on each other, or they are inversely dependent upon each other. Like if increasing the one, well, whether the other one is increasing or decreasing. So here our first array would be in our orders table, that would be our quantity, comma, the second one over here is the difference in order delivery. Now, the output of the correlation lies between -1 to +1, where -1 indicates that they are inversely proportional to each other. That if, let's say, the quantity is increasing, the price, the order time is decreasing. Or we say if the quantity is decreasing, the order time is increasing. Okay. The +1 over here, or towards the 1, if we have a value, it indicates that if your quantity is increasing, the time of delivery is also increasing. And if it is near 0, it shows that there is no relationship between them, like quantity is not affecting our order delivery time at all. So if I press enter, the value that we are getting is 0.003478174. I want you guys to tell me the answer to this in the comment section, that what does this value is telling us. So I'll write strongly negative is -1 and strongly positive is equal to 1. Okay. For the values of correlation. Now you need to tell me that whether it is positive, it is negative, or it is neutral. Okay. For neutral, it should be near 0. That means it neither have any positive impact or a negative impact, but it's neutral. So you need to tell me the answer to this in the comment section, that whether the impact of quantity increasing or decreasing has any impact on the time of delivery or not. Let's move forward and also do our rest of the questions as well. We have revenue comparison between the different occasions. Okay, so here we have occasions. For the occasions, we'll be picking this particular pivot table. Let's paste this pivot table in here, and here instead of category, I'll be picking occasions. So occasions are mentioned in the products table, which is defining the occasion that for which occasion the person has ordered for, or actually it is there in the orders as well. Yeah, so basically this is this occasion, that for which occasion the person has ordered this particular product for. And based on that, if we check for the revenues, the highest of the revenue we are getting is for Raksha Bandhan, and highest we are getting is for anniversary. The other one is for second one is the Raksha Bandhan. Third is all occasions, and then there are the rest of the values as well, like Diwali, Holi, and other values, right? Okay, so this is based on all occasions. And what is product popularity by occasion? Identify which products are most popular during specific occasion. So we need to define the popularity of any product. We already have top 5 products, but what if we need to filter them down based on different occasions? Well, for this, there is one simple option that you can utilize, that is called a slicer over here. If you go to insert and click on a slicer, you can choose a slicer from here. The slicer could be of our products table, where we have occasions, or actually because we are talking about occasions, we need to pick it from here, where the customer has mentioned the occasions. So if I choose Diwali, these are the top 5 values. If I choose Holi, these are the top 5 values. If I choose anniversary, these are the 5 values. And if I go for all occasions, these are the top 5 values. Valentine's Day, this is the top 5 values. Okay. So these are the products that we have as of now. It seems like the data has been extracted in the format of French data. Okay. That's why we are getting the name as French as well, and not the Indian names here. But okay, our analysis are going fine. So now let's move ahead and create our dashboard sheet. That now we are done with this. We can now create a sheet where we can create our dashboard. Okay. And for that, we can go over here in our sheet 1. We can start with each of these values one by one. For example, the first thing that we can introduce over here is the revenue by different occasions. For that, you can go to the data tab and you can click on you can go to insert and you can create a chart over here. For this, I would recommend creating a bar chart, and you can select a bar chart. You can control X this and go to your dashboard, paste it here. Similarly, you can go for the other values as well. For example, the cake colors, mugs, and the other things, that is the category of your product. For that, you can again go to insert and create another chart. Control X this, go to your dashboard, paste it here as well. Okay. Moving forward, you can come back in here. This time we need to get our top 5 products, or we can also go for our month-based revenue. So if we want to go for monthly revenue, we can go to insert and click on a line chart, because we are talking about trend over here. A trend is better shown with a line chart. So we will be choosing a line chart and we'll control X this and paste it on our dashboard so that we can have a line chart as well in here. Okay, these are our values. We can come back in here. Let's create the other charts. So this is my product chart in here of our top 5 products. Okay, and we are still left with the cities one, where we have top 10 cities. So let's choose this, insert, and I'll be choosing this here. Control X this and Control V this. So these are the cities that we have. Okay, we can increase the size a little bit, just like the other charts. So here we have these value. We need to add one more chart over here, where we can use our own insights to, like, what would bring more value over here. We can choose based on category. The product name has already been given. Okay, the occasions has been mentioned, the month has been mentioned. You can go for day name as well, that on which day the people are ordering the most. Okay, or which hour of the day people are ordering the most, which hour of the day the people are receiving the gift the most. Okay, so that you can understand at which time of the day people like to get delivered their product the most. So these are the few things that you can add to your dashboard. I am as of now going ahead with the day name, that on which particular order day we are getting the highest of the revenue, since it is about sales analysis. So here we can just go ahead and copy this, paste it here. To get the pivot tables, you can go to pivot table analyze, open the field list, and the field list will be available again. So here we don't want to go for the category, but in the orders table itself, we have the day name which we want to drop in here in the rows section. So based on these days, the highest of the revenue that is being generated is on Sunday and Tuesday. Okay, the highest is Tuesday, the second one is Sunday, based on the different days. Why there are so random values over here is, this could be mostly like people gift whenever they think that, okay, the time is approaching, their birthday is approaching. They might remember to gift during their office hours, or they might remember to do it in the night time. Okay, so you can check it for this as well, or you can check it for order time as well, like what is the customer's way of ordering, like what is his practices of ordering. For example, instead of day name, if we put the time, hour of our order time, we'll notice that for the highest, you can just go over here and put sort options and go for descending based on hour, not based on hour, but let's choose it once again. More sorting options and descending based on our sum of revenues. So the highest that we are getting is 8 p.m. and 7 p.m. Also 6 in the morning, the random time people remember to order, at night as well. So these are the hours where the people generally remember to order. Okay, maybe random times, right? At night when they are free from the office, and the early morning when they might have free time, or also around 11 o'clock where they remember, okay, someone's birthday is approaching, right? So these are the sum of revenue which we are getting based on hours, that what are their buying patterns or ordering patterns over here. So in these hours, we can specially run the ads to remember, to make that person remember that, okay, you might have someone's birthday approaching, and you can gift this to someone, give that to someone. So those times the notifications can be dropped by the app, where they are seeing that at this particular hour people are ordering the most. Yeah, you can create it based on hours as well, or any other parameter too. So even if you're going ahead with the hours, you need to click on insert and go to the line chart over here. Okay, not the bar chart, but the line chart, because that will show you the trend here. To arrange it in the ascending order, we need to again go here and arrange smallest to largest, and now it will be arranged in the ascending order, showing that at what time the orders go the highest. So you can control X this and go to your dashboard, and you can paste this here as well. We are done with these. Now you can also add your slicer over here and rest of the other things too. Okay, so here we also have a slicer for us which we can add. We also have a couple of measures as well here. For example, here we have our total revenue, our average order day and delivery difference, our customers average of customer spending. These are the few things that have been mentioned. We can add a couple more from our choices as well. For example, if I go to my orders table, or if I just stay here, let's say if I open pivot table and field list, we can directly get the values from here itself. So here we can just calculate how many total orders have been placed. Okay, so not the sum of the order ID, but again the count of order ID. So those are the total orders placed. Similarly, if you want, you can add a few more measures as well over here. For measures, this is one way. The another way over here would be going to power pivot, and in the measure section you can go to new measure, and here even you can create the very same thing. For example, if I want to create something related to total sales or total revenue, this should be over here in this drop down. Let's say it should be in our orders table. What I'll be putting over here is sum of our revenue from our orders table, which would be our currency, and you can define the currency that it should be Indian currency only. And if you click on OK, in the orders table, you'll again have like a total revenue, and if you want, you can try it and drop it down. Okay, it's already been dropped down. You can see it's the same value which we are getting from the sum of revenue. So you can calculate something using these measures as well, which again utilizes DAX over here. Or you can just calculate if it is a basic calculation like sum of something, average of something, distinct something, count of something, then you can just put the direct values over here and find the values itself. Okay, so now here we have few measures which we can add to our dashboard. For that, we can go to our full size of dashboard. So let's go for full screen, and this would be our full screen, where I'll just select all of the charts and shift them down together. Okay, you can shift it towards right to bring it to center or something. Okay, this is how it looks like as of now. On the top, you can add some measures. To add some measures, we can create some boxes in here. For boxes, we can go to insert and insert some shapes. These shapes could be any shape that you want to add. For example, I'll prefer going ahead with this one. Okay, so here we have the shape. We can create a copy of this since we have 4 measures, so we can arrange them according to our choice. If you want a little smaller size for them, you can keep a smaller size for them as well. Like you can start with the first one, keep it a little smaller, and you can create more copies of it, 4 copies of it, so that they all are of same size. Also, if you're confused how you're going to put your slicer, you can just bring in here, Control X this, go to your dashboard, Control V it. So here we'll have it, and since I want it to be of this size, we can keep it of this size here. We can increase the size like this. And what we can do, we can go to slicer and put 2 columns in here instead of 1. And we can also increase, if you want to, you can increase the size or the height of it. So you can choose like multiple values from here. That is up to you, like however you want to keep it, you can keep it. Or if you want to arrange them over here at the bottom, you can do that too. Choice is up to you, however you want to keep them. You can drag these values like this simply and get your whatever you want to choose. And since there are 5 columns here, so you can put it on this side as well, or you can reduce the chart size and put it on the right side too. Choice is up to you. Like if you're planning to put it on the right side, let me just do a little bit of formatting quickly. So I have made some space on the right hand side. What we can do, we can just drop in our slicer over here. We can again go to format slicer and make it 1 column only and increase the size back again. Okay, perfectly added over here. If you think that it should take a little more size over here or something like that, you can drag it and drop it in this section. And also you can increase the size of your slicers buttons by going to height section and increase the size of the buttons here. So here we'll have it perfectly added. And also if you want to introduce, for example, I want to see based on each month or week or quarter the changes in the charts. In that case, we can go to insert in here and you can insert a timeline too. For that, we can mention order date and click on OK. And here we'll have a timeline as well, which we can fit in here. So this will be based on order date, and you can keep one based on the delivery as well. So you can just choose any of the chart, go to insert and choose timeline, and this will be based on delivery date. Click on OK. You can again resize it and drop it in here. So here we have these on the right hand side, we have these slices. Here we can have our measures. For the measures, we still need to add some values to them. First, we'll start with the total revenue or total orders placed as well. So equal to, all you need to do is, don't put equal to there, but put the equal to in the formula bar. So equal to, go to sheet 1 and choose this value and press enter, which will say total orders. You can mention total orders in here. If it's giving an error for you to choose the value, remember what you can do here is pay attention to this part. If it is giving error to you while choosing a value, you can just click on any pivot table. Just go to pivot table analyze, go to options and disable generate get pivot data. Disable this, and then you will be able to fetch the values from here. So let's select total orders. Let's go and align it in the center, align it to the center. You can increase the font size, keep the consistency in the font size. So I'm keeping it on 18. Okay, 16 would have been better. So let's select all, and here instead of 18, I'll be choosing 16 because I know that we have other values as well to fill. Okay, so again, you can choose this one, put equal to, go to your sheet 1, choose your another factor, that is your revenue, and this would be revenue generated, or you can also say total revenue. Select all, align it to the center, and again set the font size to 16. Then for this one, again we can go for equal to, and this would be average days between order and delivery. So again, you can select this all, center and increase the font size to 16th. Okay, 16 is bigger for this. So we need to give it some fancy name where average days between order and delivery. Order to delivery time. Okay. So let's select all, center and center, and now let's try with the font 16. Okay, still not working. Let's make this 2 to hyphen or order delivery time. Okay, this would be much more better. Now let's go to our sheet and go for average customer spending. For this, we can go over here, choose this, press enter. We can put average customer spending. Select all. I think that this one will not fit as well and we'll have to find some other word for this too. Yes. Okay, we can also go for average customer and put a customers over here, increase a little bit of the size so that no one will notice. Okay, I think this looks better. And here we have our values. So we have arranged this over here. We still have a blank space over here. For this, what we can do, here I'll be removing this data, and also I'll be removing this data, but I'll be adding the logo of FNP over here. So for this, let's go to browser and let's write FNP logo, not FN but FNP. And here we have it. Let's go to images. This is the current one, and let's save the image as download 9. Let's go to Excel and let's go to insert in here. Okay, and go to pictures from this device. I'm not right now worried about the color since it is not going with the theme because I'll be changing the layout anyways over here. So let's click on insert and choose this picture. Okay, this looks much better now. So you can drop it in here. So here we can keep this logo, and also we can mention sales analysis. Okay, we can increase the font size a little bit. Okay, and I'm planning to add a few spaces here. If we are planning to add a few more spaces, we can increase the font size a little bit more. So if we keep it 24, this looks better. Yep. So here we have FNP sales analysis, and here we have rest of the other things. Now it's time to format the charts a little bit, because right now our charts have a few different kinds of values. For example, the titles are incorrect. The x-axis and y-axis are not labeled properly. So let's label them too. For now, I'm removing, hiding all the field buttons from each chart, because these are not required as of now. Also, the legends are not required. So we'll be hiding and removing actually those two, hiding these field buttons. Okay. So you can click in here and hide all field buttons. Also remove the legend, because since there is no other categories involved, so we don't need legends in here. Also, if you think that if there is someone where you can show the percentage of the total revenue that you're getting, that it should go to some particular category, in that case you can just choose that particular chart, and in here you can come to design, change the chart type, and you can choose it to a pie chart as well, if it is making much sense for you in this case scenario. So if you click on OK, you will get a pie chart as well. But for now, this bar charts are making more sense for me here. It's not mandatory to keep the charts as different kinds of charts on your dashboard. It's what you are putting over here should justify your data, and that's more than sufficient. Okay. So we have removed the legends. Let's put the titles. For titles, don't choose anything, but simple thing is go category by your quantity of measures. So category is nothing but it is occasions by revenue. Actually, opposite, revenue by occasions. So quantity by category, that means your revenue by occasions, and here it would be revenue by category. Here it could be your revenue by order by hour of your order time. This could be your revenue by months, and here it would be your top 5 products by revenue, and this one right here would be your top 10 cities by orders. It is actually, as I remember, this one is based on orders. Okay. So here we'll have the orders value. Okay. Now we need to also define the x-axis and y-axis as well over here. So if you want to define, you can just go and click on the plus symbol, and you can define the axis titles too. That would be your axis and y-axis. And if you want to leave it just like that, you can leave it like that as well, since the title itself is also showing the x-axis and the y-axis value too. Here, since it looks a very clustered over here in the x-axis, what you can do, you can just select this particular section, press Ctrl 1, and here you will be getting different options like color, or you want to edit something. Here you will be also getting an option for axis options. We are in the tick mark section. Here you will be able to open tick marks. You can define that interval between tick marks should be of 2, and if you do that and click on cross, okay, not in the tick marks, but there is another section over here which is label, where you can specify the units. And now it is in the interval of 2 to hours as well, which you can see here. I think we are good to go. You just need to add x-axis and y-axis on your own. So try to do it by yourself. And here, what you can also do is you can go to page layout. Now we are going to do something interesting with the colors. That here we can define the colors, whichever color we want to go ahead with the page layout. So wait. Let me open the full screen mode, always show ribbon. So we'll go to page layout in here. Yeah. So you can see how the colors are changing with the different layouts that we have in here. So you can choose any layout which goes with your particular theme. Okay, or you can edit these themes according to your choices as well. So if you want to go with something green, you can go with something green, just like how it's there in FNP's logo as well. You can go with that too. You can go with some other colors as well, whichever suits you. Choices up to you. I'm not giving any choices over here, but just don't go for something very bright, just like these ones. These are too bright for FNP's dataset. So you can go for something simple. Maybe this one could work. Okay. Or you can go for these as well. the simple ones. You can go for a green one too because it's FNP's dataset. So that is up to you. In the background, even for the background, if you select all and you want to, give a color over here, you can just go to home page and now your colors will also change based on the theme we have in here. So now in the end, you can also give a color to your background too, and then you're good to go. So if I show you the full screen mode, this is how your dashboard in the end looks like. But now we need to also remember one thing that I almost forgot, that we need to also connect these slices with the other tables as well. The occasions will be connected to all of them other than the occasions. So let's right click and go to report connections, and it should be connected with all of them other than the occasions table. So let's check out the name for our occasions table. Here, if we go to all occasions, let's go in here, let's go to pivot table analyze. This is our pivot table 7. Okay. And the other one is based on our date, where we will be going ahead with the hours. Hours is our pivot table 8. So 8, and this one is our pivot table 2. Okay. So 2, 7 and 8. So if I come over here, right click on it and go to report connection, connect it with everything other than pivot table 7. And click on OK. So now if you click on anniversary, a lot of the orders are coming around 7 p.m. Okay. From which city? Dhanbad is the highest. Okay. What kind of gifts that person are ordering on anniversary, that has been mentioned. A lot of people are ordering sweets over here on anniversary, that has been mentioned. And the highest of the anniversary orders are coming from November. Okay. Same you can check for Diwali. For Diwali, the highest it is November only. So that's why the month will always give you November. Okay. The cities that during Diwali from where the highest of your orders are coming from are mentioned over here. At what time people are ordering is 6 in the morning. What you're ordering the most is sweets, makes sense as well. Okay, colors maybe for making rangolis. Okay, and here we have the top 5 products as well. For Holi, again, the things will change. The colors are something that people are ordering the most, and a lot of people are ordering in February as well for the Holi in March. Okay, the highest of the orders are coming from these cities. So yeah, this has been mentioned. And if you can also do the very same with the order date as well. Like you can go to report connection, add it with everything. Okay. If you want to disable its connection with months, you can, like, because there's an option for months too, but also there's an option for days as well, where you can choose any specific day and how many orders came during those days. You can just check out that too. Like if you want to only specifically check the orders during your uh, February 14th. So if you click on that, the highest will be sweets, and this particular product, this from where it has been ordered from, and by hour, by revenue, these are the mentioned things. And a few days ago, people are preparing. People are not sending the gifts on the same day, but previous day, where mugs were the priority, and the occasion over here for which the person has sent the gift for is Valentine's Day, and they are preferring to order around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. These are the cities and these are the products that they have been ordering. So yeah, this is how you can build the connection of these particular slices as well. You can go to report connections and connect it with the rest of the pivot tables to get your desired output and make it more interactive. So this is how the final output of your dashboard looks like. If you want, you can make more changes by clicking on plus symbols, and you can add maybe the data tables, the data labels, you can add a legend, trend line or rest of the things. For this, the legends are not required since we are only showing the values of one particular category. We are not creating any clustered column or stacked column over here. That's why we are just removing the legend as of now. Now, if you want, you can also take the screenshot of this entire dashboard. For taking the screenshot, you can take print screen and choose this entire dashboard over here. Okay. You can create your own GitHub repository as well, where you can upload these few things along with your dashboard. Also, what you can do, you can go to ChatGPT you can paste the screenshot there, and you can ask it to help me create an detailed executive summary for this project. So you can attach that too as well in your GitHub repository. Okay, also mention that there is one answer that we have not yet answered, which is the relationship between the quantity and the delivery time. So also mention that your answer is well over there. And once you're done, you can just press enter and it will create a good summary for you. Okay. So these are good summaries that you have over here. You can just copy and get it in a Word file, download it in the format of PDF and attach it with your GitHub repository. And also you can ask it to create, okay, still creating some recommendations here. Okay. So these are some good insights that it has figured out over here, and you can also see it has also given us some recommendations too. You can also ask that I want to showcase this dashboard on LinkedIn with my network. So help me create a small post for it as well. You can, briefly define it that in this project you have utilized tool like Power Query Editor. For data modeling, you have used Power Pivot. You can mention about charts and slices to make it more interactive. You have also used measures. That means you have utilized somewhat of DAG functions as well. Okay, so you can mention all these things as well here, like in your prompt, whatever you want to mention, and here you'll have a small post. But now this post contains a lot of symbols, right? A lot of emoticons. Generally, if I am writing the post, I won't be putting these many emoticons. So you can ask it to remove emoticons and make it look more professional. Keep it short and on point. Okay. So you can see it's a small, it has created a small post for you which you can post on LinkedIn. You can also tag WsCube and me over there in your post so that we can give you a good feedback as well based on however you have created the project. Okay, I hope as of now it is clear that how you can create this project, how you can create an executive summary which you can attach as a PDF file with your project, which you can upload later on GitHub. So even if I want to add this to my GitHub, like in this particular file, what I simply need to do is I'll just go to here. There's an option to add file, and if I want to upload something, I'll be clicking over here, choose the file. For choosing the file, I'll go to pictures, where I have the screenshot of this dashboard. I can click on open. Do not just choose and post this particular dashboard and download and post this one, because I'll get to know very easily. Okay. And you can just click on commit changes. If you want, you can rename it as well. So renaming can be done later, or you can rename it now as well. Choice is up to you. So you can click on commit changes and your PNG file or screenshot file will be here. But how someone will get to know if this is the file where you have your dashboard? So you need to edit it as well. Okay, so it's better when you're uploading it, only that time you can just edit it. So it will be reflecting here, and then you can just attach the a link of this particular repository with your resume as well, so that it will have the data set, it will have the PDF file which contains the questions, and also it will have the dashboard which contains the solution, and also one executive summary for which you can paste this particular data. You can create your own summary and paste that in the Word file, create a PDF file, and you will be able to upload it to GitHub. So I hope as of now it's clear that how we have created this project. I know it's a long project where we started with the small steps, like we started with importing the data, we extracted the data from the folder, we used Power Query Editor to transform the data, we loaded it back to Excel and also loaded it to the data model for our data modeling. After that, we moved towards the analysis part, where we created different pivot tables, charts to analyze our data, at the same time visualize it using dashboard. To make it interactive, we have used slicers and timelines, and also we have used some measures to get the aggregate value out of our data. So as you can see, if we go over here, if I click on all occasions, your revenue, your orders, your order delivery time, your customer spend is also changing over here. So you can see that for which particular occasion the person is spending more. For example, if I go to Diwali, the expenditure is 3,300. If I go to Valentine's Day, it has reduced a little. If we go to Holi, it has increased a little bit. For anniversary, again it has increased. For Raksha Bandhan, again it has increased a lot. The average expenditure of a person has increased a lot during the time of Raksha Bandhan. And then for all occasions, it is also comparatively higher. So you can get these insights and also add this to your executive summary as well. Not just that part, but you can just change these things and also add that to your executive summary according to your choice. Okay. So I hope as of now it's clear that how we have created this dashboard and how the entire procedure worked. I hope you like this video and I hope you'll be creating the same project and tagging me with your LinkedIn post. I would love to see all of them. Also, I'll be adding the link to this GitHub repository in the description so that you can check it out for any doubts or any questions as well. And if you enjoyed this session and want to create such more projects in different tools and want to join a course, then WsCube Tech is launching its cohort soon. So you can be part of this cohort where you can learn tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, Tableau and many more which are related to the field of data analyst, work on different types of projects of different domains, get placement assistance with WsCube. So if you are interested, click on apply now and the link is given in the description. So towards the end of the video, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed creating the project with me, do like, share and subscribe, and for more such videos, follow our channel WsCube. Thank you guys.